Hi, everybody, and welcome to Talk to Rozay. This is episode 35, season 2. Look how far we have come. And on this show, we talk about everything going on in the world, good, bad, wonderful, and raggedy. And it's a lot of all those things going on in this crazy ass world we living in right now. So we're going to get the show started. Make sure if you haven't, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And thank you to all of my viewers that tune in every Wednesday night at 8 and people that come on and watch it later. So thank you guys for watching and liking and viewing my shows. I appreciate it very much. So I'm going to let my guest introduce herself for tonight.
Hi, everybody. My name is Tarmisha. Um, I don't even know what I'm talking about. No, I'm just kidding. No, my social media handles on Instagram is your fave nurse 80. Um, yeah, I'm just here hanging out with my girl Rashonda. I'm so happy that she invited me. This is gonna be good. I've never done one of these, so I'm excited. This is gonna be good.
And a backstory on me and her, we worked together as travel nurses up north. That's how I met her. She was one of the good nurses. I'm like, she was,
No. Look,
she
that ain't
was
what
one.
they said. No,
Girl, they liked when we was working. It was very few that they liked that work, and we was one of them.
that's the truth. That's the absolute truth for sure. For sure.
If they knew we was coming, they knew the patients was in good
Right.
hands. So
Well, nobody gonna die or nothing. Not that. Not accidentally. No way. Yeah.
yeah, not on our 16-hour shifts because we were doing all them
Okay.
doubles and
Getting
everything.
to it.
Really.
Man.
We was. Okay, so we'll get right into everything. I'm gonna first start with Women's History Month. It is still Women's History Month, so thank you to all the women out there that's doing great things in their life and making history out there. Harry, I'm talking about Harry. Hi, everybody in the chats. Okay, let me just get straight into it because we got a lot to talk about. So let me quit running my mouth. This is our first lady that we're going to talk about. Her name is Anna Coleman Ladd. And after World War I, soldiers with new traumatic injuries were returning home in droves, and they had to their face were made to, sometimes people said they look like monsters. So she was one of the people that sculptured things for their face. I'm gonna just let y'all see it.
These masks didn't just conceal injuries, they changed soldiers' lives. Major medical advancements made during World War I meant that soldiers hit with shrapnel or bullets had better chances of surviving. However, many returned home with severe facial injuries that required more elaborate reconstructive surgery than was possible at the time. Some soldiers came home missing eyes, others their nose or jaw, and many worried what others would think of their appearance. That's where Anna Coleman Ladd came in. Ladd was an American sculptor who opened the Studio for Portrait Masks in Paris in 1918. There, she made custom masks and facial prostheses for maimed soldiers. Now, newly discovered footage shows Ladd's intricate mask-making process at work. First, she'd make a cast of a soldier's face, then craft the mask itself from thin copper. Ladd next would hand-paint and embellish the mask while the subject wore it, ensuring it was a perfect match. If she needed to recreate a mustache, eyebrows, or eyelashes, she used real hair. Each mask could take up to a month to make. Ladd and her assistants made 185 of these handcrafted masks during a time when, according to one historian, losing a limb made you a hero, but losing a face made you a monster. One of Ladd's clients didn't go home after the war before receiving a mask because he was afraid to let his mother see his injuries. Another wrote in a letter to Ladd, "Thanks to you, I will have a home. The woman I love no longer finds me repulsive as she had a right to do." Ladd eventually returned to being an art-based sculptor, but her work during the war gave dozens of soldiers the confidence to be seen. In 1932, the French government honored her by making her a Chevalier of the Legion of Honor.
Okay, so have you guys ever heard of this lady?
I never have. I always thought a scientist did that. Like, honestly.
Right.
Women can do everything.
Right. I was like, okay, I never heard her. They need to shout her out more. She needs to be in the history books because she's not.
Yeah. Right.
How old are we? And we never heard about this lady?
You put me on to something. That's good to know.
Yeah. So how many of you guys in the comments knew about this lady, or is this a first time thing for you guys? Also, we've been learning. I learned a lot of things on TikTok. I'm like, just okay. We'll get into that later, though. Okay, so the next one I want to talk about is a Hampton University graduate. Um, she is the only Black pilot from an HBCU program flying commercial airlines. So I want you guys to see this also.
Enjoy the flight. Thank you for your patience and have a great, great day.
Pre-boarding announcements aren't normally met with cheers, but today they are, as passengers boarding United Flight 1215 from Newark to Sarasota, Florida, learn they're flying with an all-female crew. Pilots, flight attendants, and gate agents.
You are in exceptional hands with this crew.
The captain, Gabrielle Harding.
I love everything about flying. It gives me the flexibility to be a mother, as well as to be able to travel to different places. I love every aspect of the job.
Captain Harding is also the only Black woman flying a commercial airline who has graduated from an HBCU pilot program, as well as one of 2 Black women out of more than 2,000 at United that are line check pilots, a prestigious instructor role. Her trainee today, First Officer Julia Iwalefo. This is her first flight as a pilot for United.
For the girls and the future generation, just knowing that it's possible for us, and just to be inspired and knowing that anything you want to do, just put your mind to it.
Sleepy passengers perked up at the news, like these women heading on a bachelorette trip.
We have an all-female trip, so this is perfect for the occasion, where it's very inspiring.
The flight path hasn't always been easy, but Captain Harding says never take no for an answer.
There's always going to be a little bit of negative feedback that comes with it, but that's what fuels the soul, right? That's what makes you want to keep on pushing. And also, that was one of the things that made me want to become a line check pilot, so that I could help people like Julia get through those barriers so that they don't have to go through some of the pushback that I had to go through.
And off they go.
Wow.
I love that.
Yes, absolutely. Look, didn't know that either. You learn something new every day. That's beautiful.
Right.
That is beautiful and inspiring.
Yeah, I think I would be excited too if I got to the airlines and they told me that, like, I'd be wanting to take a picture with all of them. Like, I probably won't ever be on another flight like this. Like I love that.
For real.
Can I take a picture in the cockpit? Everything. I want to do everything. Okay, so now we're going to get into some of the hot topics before we get into our main topic. Let me see if I put the video up. My mind is so crazy. Nope, I didn't. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have heard about the 15-year-old autistic teenager that loses his life after the police deputy shot him. Did you guys hear about that?
Sad case of affairs. Very sad.
Yeah, that happened out here about 15 minutes away from me. So basically the mother called because the teenager, he was having a mental crisis, a breakdown. And she called the sheriff's station and told them that they sent a deputy out there. When the deputy arrived, the teenager charged at him with a garden tool that had blades on it. So he's charging at the deputy, and the deputy's telling him to stand back, but the boy keeps on charging towards him. So the officer uses his lethal weapon. I have to remember that it's certain words that I can't say, and unalives the teenager. So that's what happened. My thing that I want to, and then after that, they did fire the officer. They did fire him, but they were saying they get calls like that every day. So I'm surprised he actually got fired because it was a black boy. The mom did call and said that he was assaulting them and tearing up their property. But for me, I know that there are people, when they call and say that, there are special people that's supposed to come to the residence or wherever it's at to try to talk to the patient. Well, not a patient, but he is a patient.
Yeah.
To talk
to infuse it.
Yeah, because police officers are not trained for that. So the mama called and said that he was having a mental breakdown and that he was autistic. There's no way in the world a police deputy should have been called out there. And then I want to know, why do you guys shoot to unalive somebody? What happened to you shooting at their legs or something. He could have shot at their leg to where the boy would have fell down. Why do you have to shoot that
or just
way?
enough to scare him so he'll stop, maybe shake, snap him out of it.
Yeah, you could have shot at his foot, all kind of stuff, but to do that to where he's unalive now, like, that's uncalled for. How do you feel about that?
That's insane.
How do you feel about the situation?
Girl, I'm just glad I don't have kids, because he probably would have been unalived. Like, we going 1 for 1 on that one. That's too much. Like, people need definitely need more education on developmental disabilities, mental health issues. Crazy people just say that people are crazy. That's the wrong word to use. It's a how can I say, a wide range of different mental health issues that people have, and some they can control, some they can't. So you have to learn how to, or be taught how to approach the situation appropriately, so that this type of stuff doesn't happen. It's sad, and it happens a lot, hell of a lot, too much, especially to people of color. Okay, let's talk about it.
I just think that they could have handled that all the way different, but I am happy that the police was fired. I was actually surprised that he got fired.
Yeah, I can't believe it to happen, for sure.
But they probably fired him with pay. Hell, who knows?
Yeah.
We don't know. And they probably just said he got fired just so they won't get no backlash.
Right, so they won't nobody say nothing.
Yeah, this is the first time that they ever got fired. Like, so let me see. Yes, this is horrible. They need to refigure how they will address people who are mentally disabled. Chanel, they actually have a way, like I said before, they have counselors and all kind of stuff for these incidents like this, where they come out or they talk to them on the phone. In his case, they would have had to call them out to the scene. They have people just for that. Police officers are not supposed to do that because they don't have the proper training. And it's let you know right there, like, you see now autistic kids are super strong. They are strong. But like I said, you could have shot at his leg or anything. Like, you didn't have to do that.
Right.
Where's the peacemakers for mental health? God rest his soul. Exactly. They need training. He didn't have a damn firearm. Nope. More training. This was one common sense. There was no darn weapon that he could have just stopped him. Yeah, and they tried to put it in there and said the garden tool was 5 feet long. But the video I seen, I just didn't want to show that video. It didn't look 5 foot long to me. It looked like a regular one of them garden tools that you hold in your hand.
Like a hoe. It wasn't it didn't look that long to me either. And the boy, they said he was charged in the video that I saw. I mean, he was like this, but he wasn't really like coming at him like full force. You get what I'm saying? Like, he could have moved out of the way or anything. Or, clothesline him. He could have did a lot of stuff. He didn't have to shoot him.
He didn't have to shoot him at all. And you could tell that just lets you know how much they fear us. Because like you said, he was not chasing after him or nothing. And even if he was, you could have tased him or anything.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Pepper sprayed him, something. Like, it's other options you could have used other than doing that.
And he's doing that because he's scared. It's not because he wants to be violent. He's scared. That's another part that people don't understand. The same way you're scared, they are too. They can't verbalize it like we can. That's, I have to protect myself, and it's sad that, we live in a world where that happens more often than not, again, to a lot of people of color. And that really makes me wonder about the mindset of a lot of police officers. It's kind of creepy.
Yeah, like, they need to, it's some extra training they get that they need to have Black people there so we can see if you really gonna be scared of them or not. Because y'all just be doing all that. It's like y'all scared of every single Black person.
Right. Like, we monsters or something. Like,
we
were created by the same, higher power. Let's be for real about it. Like, come on. But that's the mindset, and it's scary. It's very scary.
That's what I'm saying. Having a Black child in this world today is very scary, especially a teenager. You really have to raise them right. But this is an autistic kid, so it's like, it should have been no way this should have happened. But I hope that they get justice for him, and it'll be more than him getting fired. Like,
absolutely.
They ain't scared. They're lying.
All right, full of it. Full of it.
or what she said, that video of the couple we play, Ro, they didn't get hurt, but was all in the officers' faces. Oh, yes. We played a video last night on my friend's podcast. It was a Hispanic family. When I tell you they was all in the police face with flashlights, telling them, demanding their name and a badge number. I mean, all in their face. And they didn't do nothing. They did not do nothing. And this was going on for like 15 minutes. Girl, when the police tried to leave, they start chasing them and everything. Like chasing them. And nothing happened to them until the very end. And when they start putting, after about 15 minutes of them cussing them out and all that, then the police put handcuffs on them.
We ain't gonna get that type of time.
Girl, at all. At all. It would have been a whole different story. It would have been the same scenario as young Ryan.
That's sad, man. And it makes you mad. It makes you really mad. But it's been going on a long time. It's nothing new. Just new characters. You know, same story. Excuse me. Different characters. And it's sad. It's really sad.
Okay, so the next one is the new Louisiana gun law. So I don't know if you guys heard about this. Now you could be 18 and carry without training or permit starting July 14th. July 4th. You can carry without training or permit starting July 4th in Louisiana. But you have to be 21 to have alcohol, but you can be 18 and carry without training or permit. And y'all do know that Louisiana, they just passed, I don't know if they just passed the law, but their law out there is no parole or nothing, no good time and serving half your sentence. Is you doing everything.
Wow.
It's like, to me, they setting them up.
Yeah.
They're setting them up.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Play with it if you want to. That is insane.
Like they're setting them in Louisiana of all places.
It's very racist there too, and violent. So you'll see how that pan out. That's
people
crazy.
was like, that's about to be the purge.
Listen,
I would be up out of there.
Exactly.
I would be up out of there. Oh my God, that's insane. Can't even rent a damn car till 25. That part.
You can help. That's real crazy.
Yep, helping Black folks kill each other faster is the motive. Oh. Yes.
Now she lives in Louisiana, so she knows.
Oh, she does?
Yeah, she lives in Louisiana. That's
okay. So Chanel, did you hear about that law that passed? Did you know about it? That is crazy.
That is wild.
Poverty is the way to hide. Oh my God. That make me not even want to go to Essence or nothing, but at least you in the city part. I don't want to be up over there now. Oh yeah, she said, yep, she knew about it. That is crazy. How do you feel about it? Are you more afraid for your life now, Chanel, or do you feel about the same? I would be scared to live out there now.
Hell yeah.
It'll be time for me to move.
ASAP. Oh, it's already too much going on.
Okay, so this is our last hot topic before we get into the main one. Have you guys heard about the U.S. House of Representatives passed a bill that could potentially ban TikTok in the U.S. if the Chinese owners do not sell the popular app? So how do you guys feel about that? No, I don't want to visit anymore. Laugh out loud. No, I just got to get strapped myself. That part. Amen. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you shouldn't even have to do all that. Okay, so how do you guys feel about the House of Representatives passing that bill? I feel like it's other stuff they could have passed the bill on. Rent control, groceries going back to where we couldn't afford them, and $100 don't get you just 5 pieces at the grocery store.
Right. Affordable health care, because even the cheap stuff, like I get, what are they? Well, out here they call it covered in California. It's still expensive.
It's very expensive.
And like the pay rates aren't going up. So who gonna pay for this? How's it gonna work?
Girl, insurance, car insurance, everything. All this stuff is sky high, but y'all trying to ban
TikTok. That's a bag. Shit, I still got a story to tell. Don't shut it down yet. Yeah. Don't do that.
You better hurry up and get it out there. You better.
I need my, what's her name? Risa Tisa? I need a bag like hers. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I got a story.
But you know, they tried to shut her stuff down when she first got started, where she wasn't
going to. Now, you know, she's a little bit lighter. That wouldn't have happened. We know that, right?
It was her appearance. It was her appearance. All
That's
the way.
Something. We didn't ask to be this. We didn't ask for this. It was a blessing for us to have it, and people hate it. That is so disgusting to me.
Yeah, so it's
like
a lot
we
of
had
people,
a choice in the matter. You know what I mean?
Right. It's a lot of people that's gonna lose income on that. That's some people's side hustle or some people's main source of income, and they make a lot of money off of TikTok for y'all to take it away. When it's other stuff y'all should be focusing on.
A whole lot. A whole hell of a lot.
Oh, let me see what some of the people said. I don't really care. I don't like social media anyways. This is Fed's role. That other stuff is state level. Loss of income is sad though. I really don't care. Like when they had shut down social media last week for those couple of hours, I really said I wish they would have did it for the whole day, but it was voting day. So I was like, if they would have shut it down for the whole day, you would have thought like, oh, they did this because of that. But they should have shut it down the next day so they could just see how people was like, we need to get back to where we not on social media so much, but it is a way of life now. But TikTok, that's the new trendy thing. That's what everybody is on.
Yeah. And it's I mean, you know, it's more booming than any other social media app that I've ever used. You know what I'm saying? I just thought it was just like kids dancing and stuff at first.
I did too.
She's like, no, auntie, you can buy stuff. You could do this. I was like, oh, girl, let me see what they're talking about. And it's interesting. Right. You know what I'm saying? If that's a way for people to generate revenue, why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought the same thing when my nieces and them was telling me to get on and all that. I was like, I'm not getting no other social media. I was like, in TikTok, like I can't even do none of them dances and they stupid. Like I'm not getting on there. And then once I got
my knees is bad. I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Right. And I'm like, once I got on there, I was like, oh, okay. But I'm still not on TikTok like I am other social media. I still feel like it's for the younger generation, but that's the way of like, if you want to get noticed, you got to go on TikTok.
Go there. Yeah, absolutely. It kind of reminds me of what was that first thing? MySpace. Remember how MySpace was real popular? Yes. That's what it reminds me of, even though you can do more on TikTok, but like it like blew up like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
missing no other app they tried to take away except for this one.
This one. It's something deeper than we know. Like
that's what she said. She said TikTok situation is bigger than what we know. Shaking my head. It's definitely something they want to control.
Yeah, absolutely.
So people making money on TikTok, government wants their hand in everything.
Except what they need it in.
Exactly. TikTok is too open though. They need some kind of regulations around it. But I think they said Twitter is more open than TikTok. They said Twitter.
You can do a lot. You can do a lot.
Twitter is they on there doing a lot. That's like a
OnlyFans.
Exactly. For free.
Without the fee, yeah.
Yeah, for free. So I think that if anything, but it's like y'all said, it must be something. Chinese people don't own Twitter either.
So it'll reveal itself soon enough what it is. And we're gonna be like, what?
Right. It's actually interesting. And in mini YouTube, we get to see the world and learn. Yeah, it is.
I learned a lot.
Twitter is worse. I don't use it. I don't use Twitter either.
It's too complicated. I don't really know.
Yeah, I don't know how to. I know how to view the thing. It'd be, girl, I'm old. That's why I'm like, I need to probably take another computer class.
Because we in the same boat. I'll be like, oh, if I can't just press the button and get right to it, I ain't got time.
My son probably know how to use Twitter better than me.
Right. All that extra, I ain't into it. Nope.
Right. Okay, so that was all our hot topics. So now we're gonna get into our main topic, which is nursing shift with Rozay. So our main topic we're going to talk about is nursing abuse. So let you guys see this video first, what we go through in life.
You know, they call you an asshole.
Been called a bitch 1,000 times.
A cunt, a knocked up whore. Get the F out of his effing room, you effing N-word.
I've been bitten, choked, punched in the mouth.
I had a guy try to kick me in my stomach while I was pregnant.
That poor nurse at your bedside has probably been through hell with the last 10 or 15 hours, and then you come in demanding ESPN? Are you kidding me?
And it's like, well, yeah, I got punched in the head tonight. And any other job would be like, what are you talking about?
And there you have it. The story of nursing life for
and
a
that's
lot
what
of
it is.
nurses.
That's a mild version, but
And that really is. So we're gonna talk about some of the stuff both of us went through, but you. So I'll start with, how long have you been in nursing?
I have been in nursing now 20 years. Just made 20 years in January as an LVN, CNA. I just finished my bachelor's in nursing. Got my RN.
Congratulations.
Now I really get to get abused. No, I'm just playing. It's man, nursing, you know what? I've always enjoyed taking care of people. That's just something that just came natural to me, either whether it was family or whatever, right? And up until the pandemic hit, I really, really enjoyed taking care of people in nursing homes. It was cool. I don't know what exactly COVID did to the state of nursing, but I know that's where it started. We now have a younger population, excuse me, younger population of patients. I'm talking like the youngest I've seen so far is like 22 years old in a nursing facility. Let's just start there. And it's not because they have, terminal illness, maybe it was a drug overdose and they need rehab or whatever have you. These patients are some of the nastiest people you will ever come across in your life. I talk a lot of shit. Me, that's what I do. I was born to do that. If somebody could out talk me and you'd be like, damn, did you really just say that? It's too much. It's too much. I've been called everything but a child of God. I've been threatened. I've had patients roll up on me in wheelchairs, tell me they're going to beat my ass, find me on social media, all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, what is really happening here? And what's so crazy, bro? Your management team, like, from executive director, DON, they don't care. I've been told personally out of somebody's mouth, oh, you need to have tougher skin. I'm Black. How much tougher you want my skin to be? What do you mean? I'm human first. You get what I'm saying? Like I can only take so much, pressure bust pipes. Like what do? You don't want to put yourself in a situation where you can lose your license, right? But at the same time, I can't let you go so far to where I get hurt either. So it's kind of a catch-22. You know what I'm saying? I actually was looking up some stuff online. Let me tell you right quick. And it says they did like a poll in 2023. They said with this poll that at least 2 nurses are assaulted by patients every hour, which means 57 nurses per day being assaulted. And they were given the option of quitting or suck it up.
Yep.
What kind of shit is that? And they want you to come in and take care of these people. Be positive. What is that?
And most people not gonna quit because that's your way of livelihood. Like,
yeah, you gotta listen. Gas is high, okay? $5+ a gallon, right? I mean, luckily, you and I are in a position to where you can make good money as a nurse, but then it comes to the point of, is it worth it? Like this affects everything. Your physiologically, it affects everything, your mental health, your physical being. Like that type of stress is too much for anybody. I don't know how I've lasted this long. I'm gonna tell you, I have had to go talk to somebody. Like, am I going crazy?
Right.
Like, I've never felt like this in nursing until the last, I'll say, this is 2024, the last 2-3 years. I mean, I have had.
I was just about to say, after it was really, I felt that way before, but after COVID, it was like it went to a whole new level. Like
it was like monsters. I'm telling you, these people are treacherous.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I've worked in prisons and I would rather deal with those type of people than these people. I mean, no shade to anybody that's, unhoused. We get a high population of homeless people.
Yep. They'll be the worst ones. Like, you didn't even have nowhere to live before you came in here. Now you come in demanding everything.
Listen, you've been washing your ass with creek water for 20 years. The nerve of you to come here and act a fool like this.
Yep, they'll be the worst ones.
And we're just trying to help you. You know what I'm saying? And me, I don't like to argue. I'm not doing a whole lot of arguing. Look, this is what it is. You don't want me to be your nurse? Cool. You know what I'm saying? I've even been in a situation where I removed myself from the situation. I don't want to take care of this patient. That's my right. This patient has a right not to be neglected and to receive standard care. Cool. We're going to get somebody else to do that. When I tell you this patient did everything they could to just come be where I'm at, to come fucking with me, saying stuff to see if I'm going to pop off. You know what I mean? That is a lot for somebody like me, because I will pop off, you know? And you go to your higher up, your management. Oh, well, you know, you have to imagine how they feel. They're young in a situation like this. Oh, you have to imagine they're sick, so they're not in the best moods. Well, what about me?
Yeah, you'll get. I'll be wanting to tell them so bad, but I have told one of them, you'll get on the floor then and deal with it, because we telling you this. You're telling us that because you don't have to deal with it. You stay in your office, but I want to see you get on the floor and deal with the stuff that we dealing with.
Absolutely.
Then let's see if you're gonna change your tune. Let me see some of the things. She said, as a leader, we're supposed to protect you. Report these assholes. I can't stand mean people.
Oh, honey, I don't play. I do. I report it, but it's like it
goes into one ear and out the next, because ain't nothing gonna happen to
they
them.
don't care, because guess what? The money is what matters. You don't matter. They can get a new nurse in here that's green, don't know nothing. She gonna come work double. He or she's gonna come work doubles and don't mind. And then the pressure is gonna get so crazy. They're gonna quit. They're gonna,
it's the insurance, whatever. It's the type of insurance they have. They go off of that. Child, the patient will always
Medicare. Can you imagine?
Medicare,
those the patients that they like. And Medicare,
don't
knock to nobody. If that's your insurance, that's your insurance. But you're telling me I had to go to school, get this license, right, to be able to heal people, take care of people, right? You're telling me that this person who ain't never did shit in life, nothing positive, they, the state take care of them, or this, that, and the third. You mean to tell me the money that the state will pay you is more important than your nurse that is putting their life on the line? That is crazy to me. I get told I'm too sensitive. That ain't the truth. I get told pretty much I'm an angry Black woman. No, but I'm not no punk either. And I'm not going to, I know how to be professional, but I also know how to be Tarmission. I'm gonna be her.
Yeah,
first.
And you know how to turn that professionalism off. Okay, let me see. Child, the patient will always be put first. People are running away from bedside. Exactly, because I did. People are running away from bedsides. I'm working in the ER in ICU as a technician, and I'm definitely looking to get away from the healthcare. Girl, I was just talking to you earlier about that. We are living in an entitled area. These patients are unhinged. Also, it's the patients and the people that's not. I'm gonna tell y'all my story after this. 100. That's insane. The hostile abuse, humane. I stay on disability. I stay on disability if I was a nurse. It's too much. They don't make enough. Exactly. I'm gonna tell y'all too. It's the patients, and then it's the patients all around. The patients that's inside the hospital and the patients that's coming just to the doctor's office. Those ones feel entitled too. I'm not gonna say where I was working at, but I was working during COVID time, and I had a patient come up to me and was mad because that's when they put the COVID testing outside. It was cold that day, but I know how to move fast. I can get you in and out doing them COVID tests. This man come up to me, cussing me out and everything. Now, he wasn't the first person that had a problem with us doing it outside. And I understood it was cold. So I'm going fast. Like, let me do this, get you in and out. Because I know it's cold. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. So he comes up and cussing me out. I'm like, sir, I could have been finished with you already. But you sitting up here trying to argue with me and you making it worse. You could have been finished already. Don't tell me what to do. Then call me a girl. So you already know what race he was. Yeah. Then proceeds to tell me that he works for the sheriff department. And I was like, what the fuck do they have to do? Like, I'm supposed to be scared of you because of that? I was like, I don't care about you working for the sheriff's department. And patient here.
Right.
So now what? Like I said, you know what? You have a procedure coming up. I'll put this shit in the trash and you won't get your procedure at all. Don't play with me.
That's
and he was like, oh, did start going off. He went upstairs, tried to get the administrator. It was the weekend, so the administrators wasn't there. He goes get the office manager for the weekend. She comes downstairs and was like, oh, Rashonda, what's going on? At this time, I'm crying because when I get mad, I start crying. I told her what happened, and she was like, oh, he didn't. I was like, did he tell you he called me a girl and that he said he worked for the police department and he'll make sure that somebody is watching me? Did he tell you all of that? And she was like, oh, no, sir, you didn't tell me that you said that. He was like, I want her fired on the spot right now. And I want her to apologize to me. I said, I'm telling you this right now. At that time, they had called the administrator. I'm on the phone with the administrator and talking to him because he got the phone in my face. I said, sir, I'm telling you this right now. I don't give a fuck that you are the police. I don't give a fuck about that. I said, as a matter of fact, when I get finished, I'll be up at the sheriff's department because it ain't nowhere in this world you should be making threats to me. And I said, second of all, if you feel like I'm going to apologize to you when I didn't do shit to you, you got another motherfucking thing coming. I said, y'all can fire me right now if y'all want to. I'm not apologizing to this patient. I said, at this point, I feel like he should not even be able to be a patient here anymore. Because how are you doing this to a nurse?
That's crazy.
How are you doing this to a nurse? They had the parking attendants and all that was going off on him because they was like, Rashonda never act like that. When they heard me yelling, they knew it was something wrong because I'm the one with people at Costco, the other nurses would be like, go to Rashonda's window, go to her window because I know how to handle people. Even if they having a bad day, I know how to handle them. But him, I couldn't do it. But the administration, all they did was, oh, the next time somebody like that does come up to you, just close the window. I did close the window and he came back.
Right.
Well, just, try to redirect him. I did try to redirect him. Well, no, it's nothing that I could do. He should not be able to be a patient here anymore.
Right. You're making it very hostile for me. Like, there's no reason you got to be on edge. You're telling me I have to put my mental health, my physical health on the line to take care of these people, and all you want me to redirect? Are you fucking retarded?
Exactly.
Like, what are you talking about?
What if I was scary? You telling me that you're gonna have the police watching me?
Girl,
like,
when
that's
I tell
crazy.
You, I literally, this man, I'm a person, I'm gonna always have an audience because of these type of people. I'm gonna raise my voice so that will alert somebody to come, because patients lie, just like the man
all the time.
Described. Oh, we'll get on the families. Yes, Lord. So this one particular man, like, it was like a whole group of them, but this one particular one, I don't know what his thing was about me. I don't back down. And I think he thought because I was a woman and I'm short, he could intimidate me. It didn't happen like that. And I'm like, this ain't gonna turn out like you think it is.
Right.
Leave me alone. I've asked you several times to stop talking to me. Somebody else will give you your medication. Like, leave me alone. You get what I'm saying? Just kept on. I don't know why this fat bitch is that she's supposed to be fucking fired. The administrator said this fat bitch wasn't coming back to work. I said, no. He said, your mama wasn't coming back. You're like, I lost it. He's like, you don't know. Me and my mom have a terrible relationship. I can see why. I let his ass have it. And I felt bad because, like, it's like, this dude is a clown, but I'm human first. Oh, well, T, you shouldn't have said that. You better be lucky that's all I said.
Right.
You better be lucky that's all I said. You get what I mean? I'm talking about this man have stood up out of his will. This dude was like 6'3". I'm 5'1". Has stood up, was like, bitch, I'll beat your ass, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, I do it, please, by all means. Please do it. I need some time off. And I've been wanting to fight somebody for a long time anyway. Like, you know what I mean? But you should not have to feel like that on your job. You don't pay me enough for that. I'm 43 years old. My knee's bad. My back hurt. I don't have time to be tussling with no damn patients. Oh, and you know what the biggest thing is, Rashonda? Opioids. That's what the whole thing be about. They're opioids. If
I know that be the main thing, because like we said before, they want their PRN medications give routinely.
Not gonna happen.
The cool thing about it, you sleep, but you want me to wake you up out of your sleep to give you your Dilaudid or your morphine? No, you need to put your call light on. If you in that much of a pain, yeah, exactly. If you're asleep, you're not in pain. I'm about to wake you up to give you no routine medication. I'm not about to do that.
That was that situation I described. That's exactly what that was. I
You'll
said,
be
I
the
don't
main
care what the
ones.
other nurses do. I'm not
Yep.
doing it.
They
I
always
don't
have
care.
that's their favorite thing to say. Well, the other nurse, well, I'm not the other nurse. Because if you want this routine, when the doctor come in, I'll see if the doctor will put in routine.
That's
But
right.
I'm about to wake you up out of your sleep or come to your room when your PRN is due because you want it. Put on your call light.
And that's right.
That's just
That's
how
only
it is.
right.
And it's I seen another thing now too, and they cracking down on that. It was a lady that had Neurontin in her car, but she was in the passenger seat, but the Neurontin was in the driver's passenger side, and they was about to take that lady to jail for that.
She was a nurse or a patient?
A patient.
Oh, because they do have it as a Schedule 2 now. In some places it is locked up. But I mean, it's just like it's really crazy. I'm telling you, in 20 years of nursing, I have had patients that were on paying contracts or always had had PRNs or whatever, and they might cut up a little bit, but it was never nothing like this to the point of people trying to fight you.
Yeah,
like
they do that,
assault
girl.
you about a pill.
That's what they do, and I'm like you said, the higher ups. They don't care because them is the patients that they get the most money for. Make sure you do your Medicare chart every shift. Make
sure
you
be paid for that. Okay, but what about but is you gonna pay for me to go see a psychiatrist? Because I'm paying for it out of my pocket. Because your insurance doesn't cover that.
That's what I want to talk about next. So what do you do? Well, it ain't no way for it to be handled because it's nothing we could do about it. How do you depress after situations like this? I take time off.
I take time off after I curse. And luckily, for the reason I'm still at my place of employment currently, I have a really good team. While I was in school, I was under a lot of stress. And a girlfriend of mine that works there too, we were in the same program, but I was like a module behind her. So she would be like, T, you know what? If you need the day off, I got you. Just go take a break. Or T, you know what? Hey, go on your break. Just like she was like really being a friend. If I was having difficulty with a patient, I got it. Don't worry about it. And I'll do the same for her, and that's what you really need, because in a lot of situations, management they go home at 5:00. They're not answering their phone after that.
At all.
I'm telling you, like literally, I can't count on my hands how many times I've had to call the police just to diffuse the situation and to be told, well, it's not a whole lot we can do. You just need to talk to your administrator. Like you cannot win. I even had a patient put me under a citizen's arrest. Can you imagine? I didn't even know that shit was real. I got to go to court for something I didn't do. The state came, checked everything out, and they like, no, that didn't happen. You mean to tell me I got to take time out of my busy schedule to go to court for some bullshit? Ain't no fingerprints, ain't no nothing. The man said he couldn't do nothing else. He couldn't do anything. I wasn't even his nurse. I just walked past. Oh, she punched me in the arm. You got a whole face that irritates me, and I'm gonna punch you in the arm.
I'm telling you, I'm not taking those shifts off. I'm taking some months off. I'm taking some months off because it'd be too much. It makes you to where you're gonna lose your license. A couple of days ain't gonna help it because I'm gonna have to be back up in there with that same patient because you're not gonna transfer them out. No, let me take myself out of the situation before I lose my nursing license. Let me take some months off.
And that's what it boils down to. And you have to remember too, right? I know you've been a nurse just about as long as I have. Back in the day, there was no, patients knew the law and stuff like that. Everybody has access to the internet, right? So they just take bits and pieces.
Now they lawyers. They lawyers now.
If a nurse does this, they do this, blah, blah, blah. And they want to like record you. Please get my good side. Record me because I'm not going to do anything that's going to mess me up. But it's like I have never seen no stuff like this ever in my life. The families make it bad too. I've had to like literally stand up just myself against a whole family. Like the patient had some issues. The family was way off. And I'm like, check this out. If you don't like what we're doing, you are welcome to take her home.
Girl, I remember I had a family like that too. And it always be us. It be us on those ones that try us. I had a family a patient come in during night shift. So we admitting her, she didn't want to be there. So I'm like, well, ma'am, you can't all always go AMA. Like, I'll get your paperwork ready. Don't threaten me.
Right now, don't threaten me with a good time.
Yeah, I'll have your paperwork ready. I'll have transportation and everything here in no time. Come on now.
So and no meds. Just knows no meds either.
Yeah, it's no meds. I had a patient do that. She calls and tells her kids what's going on. Like, oh, they ain't doing this, they ain't doing that. Keep in mind, she had only been there for like an hour. So your medication is not going to be there in no hour, nothing. I can get some out of the emergency kit, but that's all. Like, I can't really do anything else for you. Right. Her daughter, she put her daughter on speakerphone and was like, oh, what's the nurse name? And she was like, she's some black girl. Her name is Rashonda or something. But I'm standing right there. And they was like, oh, okay. Tell her when she get off of work that we about to beat her ass. I said, I'm right here. And I said, and I guarantee y'all, I'll be waiting for y'all outside.
I'm off at 7. Thanks. That's exactly. Yeah, and then they get mad with you when that's how you respond.
I'll be off at 7:30. I went to call the administrator. I said, I'm telling you this right now. If that patient's kids come up here, you guys are going to have a lawsuit, but I will be waiting outside for them. Well, Rashonda, you need to de-escalate it. How can I de-escalate it when I didn't do anything wrong? I was like, I'm telling you right now, if they come up here, it's going to be a problem. I went to go do that. Then I went to go tell the supervisor. Mm-hmm. She had my back. Oh, she was like, oh, no, we all be waiting. Like, we all be waiting.
And that's how it got to be.
It got to be like that. Like, why should we?
Who are you talking to?
Yeah, why should we have to go through all that? And then people get mad about certain nurses making a certain amount of money. Oh, y'all just in it for the money. But if y'all had to go through what we went through, what we go through every day, it's worth every single penny that you get.
And then some. I need a cushion. Because I'm telling you, it's nothing but the blood of Jesus that has kept my mind together.
Me too.
I mean, just even think back to when we was working up north, right? Now you know it wasn't too many of us up there.
No, it wasn't. I was from Africa.
Me too. Africa. you know that from Africa, and that's okay. Thank you.
Right.
Probably at some point, whatever. I can honestly, I stayed up there for like a little over a year. The only thing that kept me after you left, V, is who kept me together because she's calm.
She is calm.
If it was not for her, them sisters would have been beat up. You know the sisters I'm talking about. Beat the fuck up. Because I'm like, what is y'all doing? Like the whole thing was just a hot.
But that staff.
The DSD. Now that was the straw that broke the camel's back. The lady said the craziest stuff to me. Now you already dealing with pill heads. Cool.
And it's a lot of them up there.
Too many. When that lady put her finger in my face and said, I'm tired of your neck rolling ass, you ghetto ass bitch, but I slammed her so fast, Rashonda. I didn't know. I was just like, okay, it's time to go because I'm gonna hurt this lady. The slam was just to get you get you away from me. You shouldn't have to go through this stuff. You're already dealing with crazy people, and then you mean to tell me the nurses is gonna do this stuff too? And the point of me saying all that is like we're talking about nurse abuse, but let's take it a step further. Nurses of color suffer the most. Yeah. And I'm not a racist by any means, but I'm telling you the truth. The things that will happen to me and you, it don't happen to nobody else. And they'll always put the label, oh, well, she has an attitude. Oh, she's just angry. No, I'm tired. You know what I mean? Across the board, I'm tired. And it's crazy. I don't know how I've lasted this long, to be honest with you.
I don't either. I said that today. I think about it all the time. Like, what else can I do? But I know I can't do bedside anymore. No. But I also know that I'm a people person, so I don't want to do a job at home. Right. So it's like, but what can I do to where I don't really have to deal with patients because my level of patience is really, really small. And like I said, I'll be in jail. Like I know myself. I want to be responsible just for myself. We have to deal with the patients. We got to deal with it with the families, and also us being charge nurses. You have to deal with the CNAs. So you have all these people.
Listen. And I ain't even
people
I ain't
that you
even one of
gotta.
them. You know, like, oh, I'm the nurse you to CNA. You know, we had to deal with. I
Girl,
remember.
we never was like that. I've never been a charge nurse that was like, oh, I'm this and I'm above you. I've always been a charge nurse that be like, if you need me for anything, then come get me. Like, I'm gonna help you. But it's some of them that feel like because they older than you or they've been a CNA for so long that they could tell you what to do. I don't want to be a supervisor no more either, because my last job where I had to, well, not up north, but my what is it when you work there full time but not registry, whatever, staffing jobs.
Yeah.
I had a CNA tell me, I was like, oh, you need to go do this. Your patient's light been on. I answer call lights and everything. I'm not gonna call you and be like, your call light is on. Oh, you need to do this for this patient because they've been calling, and I went to go answer the call lights a couple of times. I'm not about to do nothing. I'm about to go on break. What? I was like, no, you need to go do that because I've been told you this like 30 minutes ago. Like,
right.
you know,
like, what are we doing for real?
Yeah, night shift, we have more patients. So I'm like, no, you need to go do that. No, I'm not. And bitch, if you tell me one more thing, I will beat your ass. I said, come on, let's go outside.
That's that part.
Let's go outside. When I said that, then she looked like, what? I said, bitch, come on, let's go outside.
Yeah. Now
I'm about to call the I'm about to call the DO, and I said, bitch, I'll call her for you. Come on, let's go outside. Oh, I'm about to go to the patient's room. Yeah, bitch, I thought so. I said, matter of fact, you don't even have to go to the patient's room. Bitch, go clock the fuck out.
Yeah, go
I hate when I have to get like that. So I don't want to deal with none of that stuff no more. If I'm going to get in trouble or anything, let it just be for me. I don't want to deal with no patients. I don't want to deal with no families. And I don't want to deal with no CNAs either. That's just, I can't do it no more. It's just too much now.
It's too much. I love helping people. I said with this
Me too.
new venture, and I'm working on my MSN currently. My head hurt just talking about it, but I just want to do community health nursing. Like I don't have a problem with going down to the encampments. Those type of patients, those type of people, I know I could help. Just giving you, educating you on, taking your blood pressure medication, or if you're diabetic, the resources are limited, but this is what you can do. I would much rather deal with a population that I know will appreciate my efforts, or even, teaching.
Yeah.
Like a CNA class, like, people shit on being a CNA, but it's a way for you to keep some money in your pocket. If I can teach young people to get a trade like nursing, you'll always have a job. Yeah, that's how I got into it. Somebody told me, as long as you do this, you'll never be without work. And look at the state of the world right now. You got to damn near work 2-3 jobs at a time. Yeah. Healthcare ain't never going to.
Some nurses have to do that because they're underpaid. Look at these other states. It's RNs getting paid $25 and $30. It's no way in the world that somebody should get paid that much. LVNs are getting paid $15, $16. You can go work at McDonald's and get paid more than that. So more than that. I have people's lives in my hand. I have people's lives in my hand, and y'all trying to pay me what?
Even I make good money now, but even it's not enough. I'll be like, for the in those types of settings, it's not like a hospital where you have a 1-to-5 ratio or 1-to-4 ratio. We talking 1-to-50 plus.
Yep.
Which everybody doesn't always need something, but you are the eyes and ears for these people.
For 50 people, yeah. That's why I had to get away from. I had to get away from nursing home and start doing registry. And even doing registry, it is easier, but it just depends on where you work at, because a lot of nurses want to give registry the hardest patients. So it's just like a catch-22 with everything. Yeah, we make good money doing registry and traveling, but then the nurses is mad at you too. Let me
try to set you up.
Girl, let me read some of the comments. Vacation me, please, regularly. Why stack the PTO if you're not going to use it? Girl, I would use my PTO if I was negative. Like I'm still not coming. I don't care if I don't have no PTO. I'm not coming. So you might as well find somebody else to work. Hey, cuz MD promise you wait for me. Okay, yeah. Make sure everybody that's watching right now, could you please like the video? It's unfortunate that narcotics have impacted the patients to the point of addiction, right? And their emotions are being projected onto the healthcare / healer providers, money talks, shaking my head. Yeah, we know that all the way. They love to say we have an attitude, laugh out loud. We appreciate you, ladies. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We feel unappreciated though at a lot of times. Like, it's a hard job to have. And like, I was talking to my best friend earlier today, and she was like, for a while she didn't care for nurses because she felt like a lot of nurses were just in it for money.
Mm-hmm.
Which it is a lot of nurses, and I think this new generation of nurses really are. Like,
TikTok made them do it. Look, TikTok made them do it.
For real, because they see in the travel nurses and what they doing. Like, oh, I'm a travel nurse and I got a Benz. Oh, I'm a travel nurse and I done been on 12 vacations this year. Like, that's what they doing it for. They're not doing it for the patients.
Yeah, the aesthetic, and it ain't like that.
Us that's been nurses 20 plus years, we really got on it because we love being a nurse. And now it's just like a mockery. But I feel like you still don't even get paid your worth.
Not what you worth. That they should really have. Well, number one, they need to pay you appropriately.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you should not have to pay for medical.
Nope.
I think that mental health services should be free. It should not. It should be private. It shouldn't be something you have to disclose. It should
Girl,
just
every week you work, you need to be in somebody's chair. In somebody's chair.
Yeah, the therapist that I'm seeing now, and I'm a person that never believed in it. But when that situation I told you about happened, I said, maybe I'm going crazy. It got, because this can't be, I'm the only person having these issues with these people, you know? And she told me, she said, I feel so sorry for you. She said, you would not believe how many nurses I see weekly. They are having nervous breakdowns. She said she had one patient that unalived themselves. The pressure was too much. Like, it was a situation like single mom with like 5 kids. And she had to work, you know, this nursing home job, you know, crazy hours. And, you know, you getting badgered by management, not appreciated, assaulted and verbally abused by patients, pressure bust pipes. And people don't understand that, you know. And I tell anybody, they be like, well, do you think nursing is a good field to get in? It is if you're compassionate and you have a love for taking care of people. If you truly are not that type of person, don't get into it. You will become so bitter. And so you'll be worse than the people that you're taking care of, honestly. Because I've seen that part of it too. You know,
where they need to be patient. Like, girl, do we need to admit you? The hell?
Listen, Yeah, look, shoot.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think all that should be free, and we should. They need to have mental health days. They need to have all that. If a nurse tell you that they are burnt out, y'all need to honor that and give them a week or 2 off. Like, they need to do all these things. They'll tell you, oh, go home, but then they still want you to come back the next day. Like I said, me going home today and coming back tomorrow ain't gonna work.
It's not helping me.
Just think how many nurses are alcoholics or they have to take medication because of their job.
Or diverting drugs. You remember that show Nurse Jackie? You remember that?
Oh yeah.
Like, literally, she was a good ass nurse. She got hurt. I can't remember what happened. She had an injury. And the only way for her to cope with all the stuff that she was dealing with was, you know, pills. They cut her off. Now you're diverting drugs. People don't realize that shit it's a domino effect. It's a snowball effect.
It is.
You know, you're like, I don't know. I never thought that nursing would be a career where you being a caring person, but nobody cares about you, you know, making sure you're okay. It's wild. It's wild to me. I'll never understand it, but I'm gonna do my best to.
So what made you go back to continue your education? With you going through all this as an LVN, what made you go back and be like, okay, let me get my RN? And I've already been going through all this stuff.
Right. Well, I definitely, so I can get out of skilled nursing, and I want to teach. I want to be, like I said earlier, I want to be able to show a younger generation that there are positive sides. There is a positive side to it, and there's a nursing shortage. We need good nurses. We need compassionate nurses that really advocate and are about healing. That's my only goal. I want to go out into the community and see what the needs are. As we talked about before too, there's a very, very scary number of people on the streets or just out in these communities with mental health problems that are not being addressed.
Mm-hmm.
I had this was my baby. My cousin, she's no longer with us. She had mental health issues, severe ones. Her parents had insurance, and she, seen whoever she needed to see and things like that. But I don't think they were addressing her problem fully. Because I'm talking about this girl was bright, smart, could figure out anything, but the mental health aspect of things, she had schizophrenia. And it just seemed like nothing was working, nothing. And I think, a lot of times too, again, when your skin looks like ours, they think you playing, or it's not, it's not as deep as you say it is. And I really truly believe that's what happened with my cousin. They weren't giving her the right medications, or whatever the medication she had might have been too toxic or something. I don't know, but I don't want that to happen to nobody else. I really don't. So I got into it so I could be on a higher level, and I can teach and I can advocate on a different level and try to figure out, what does this community need? How can we get funding to do X, Y, and Z? You could do that as an RN, as an LVN. I mean, it's been lucrative for me, but all you can do is talk about it. Now I can be about it, So that's God willing. I survive and I'm able to do it before I leave here. That's my goal. That's my goal, to help really help.
That is. And so that's why we said, like, you're one of the good nurses out there that did it for the right reasons and wanted to continue your education for that, like still to help others, even though you've been going through all this stuff.
Hell, girl. But, they need help too. They're just not getting the right thing,
Right. And that's why we need more Black clinicians, because we know what they're going through.
Yeah, one of my girlfriends, she just got her MP. She lived here, but she moved to Virginia, and she is starting a online clinic, mental health, for mental health services, and I just think that is so wonderful. Because she can help people all over the world, not just where she's at, and that was really like awesome to hear for me. I'm like, okay, that's something to look into, It's big.
My cousin, she has one of those too, but she has a boxing gym. But it's
I remember.
Yeah, she has that for it also. So it's a lot of Black clinicians that's out there trying to do the right thing. But a lot of them, it's like, you got to get them out there. You got to get them. You got to really get them out there.
Yeah, but they also think too. But again, your skin color, they don't think what
they don't. They don't. With the others, they gonna dismiss what we saying and everything. So
because that can't possibly be right. That can't be right. She don't know what she's talking about. They don't want to give you that, and I don't know why. Again, like I said earlier, we didn't choose to look like this. This is just the cards we was dealt. And I just feel like if there's a person, no matter what they look like, what their background is, if there's a person that is willing to get out here and try to heal people in whatever aspect that they can, respect that. You know what I mean? It's crazy to me that that we suffer as Black people, especially in this industry. We suffer bad. When people see you, they automatically think you're the CNA or the housekeeper.
Girl, for real.
Job is a job, but now
can I have my charge nurse? Like, I am your charge nurse.
It's me. I worked at a facility in the Bay Area a couple years ago. Everybody coming into the shift, clock in, this and that. About 10 people to pass this off. Are you the caregiver for room so and so? I said, huh? Are you the caregiver for blah blah blah? I said, all these people walk past you, and I just look like I'm the caregiver. Are you or are you not? I said, no, I'm not. I'm the charge nurse for blah, 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 blah. Oh, well, I've never seen you before. Girl, get the fuck out of my face. Like, like come on.
Yeah,
you know what race you was. Now, what if I asked you if you was in laundry? You'd be pissed off, right? You'll be mad. Like, the nerve of you. This.
Are you the gardener? Let me see. We don't get the head start other people get.
We sure don't.
We definitely need more of us in medical and educational as top priority. We do.
Yes.
So that's why I commend you on doing that. The disrespect is real. Sometimes getting our people to use resources provided is the biggest struggle. Yes. But we will pay them to wait in line and have no connection.
No connection. Ain't that crazy? She hit the nail on the head with that one. That is insane to me. They'll give them others everything. They got who is your mama? Where she go to school at?
Right.
Do all of your siblings have the same father? Like you really got to go through so much for your thing to have validity to them for the same exact thing. That's crazy as hell to me.
It really is. Well, I'm glad that you doing everything that you want to do and need to do to help more people of our color. Like, we need more people out there. I said that I did want to think and look into teaching too. I was like, because I just can't see myself. I just can't. You
are a force to be reckoned with. First and foremost, I always told you that you stand out. First of all, and you're not afraid to be vocal, and you don't get nasty with people or nothing.
No, I don't.
People are going to listen. So that's a plus. I always, because we had some doozies up there, and I was like, I like her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, she makes sense. She got some sense in her head. It makes sense. I think what you have going on here, you are really creating a big platform. And I think, I don't know how big your following is, like number wise. I think
it's grown. I'm trying to get it up there.
But really, I mean, with your background, you could use this and it could really take off. You know what I'm saying? Like, this type of stuff is necessary. Nobody talks about the bad parts of it. Well, some people do, but they more so talk about the glitz and glamour of nursing.
Yeah, girl.
Like,
that's
honey,
what
I ain't got a Maserati yet, and I know I've been working my ass off.
That's what makes people want to get into nursing, because it's all the glitz and glamour. Oh, I got this. COVID hit, girl. Just think how we was balling during COVID.
Balling. Listen, was tearing their ass up, but I went through so much.
But that's what people get into it for, not knowing that these bad sides are there too. And us that's been nurses over 20 years, we didn't see the good, bad, and the ugly. And this right now is the ugly.
Very ugly.
Read some of this. It would be dope if Black nurses started an online psych educational training cohort for nursing and mental health. Do it.
Let's put it in the universe. I love it. It's necessary.
Thank you, ladies. Great idea, Nita. Yeah, that is. You can do it, Ro. I'm trying, y'all. Just pray for me. Absolutely. We definitely need more genuine Black nurses, because some of these heifers got their degree from Tima.
You know what? I'm sick of Chanel. I'm tired of her right now. But it's real. You seen them nurses in Florida. I said it makes so much sense.
Girl, it makes sense. I was mad because I was like, they paid $12,000 just to get their RN and then have to do nothing. But it made perfect sense. No, I've seen so many nurses that come in and I'll be like, so what did y'all learn in clinical? Because right now y'all not knowing how to use a blood sugar machine, not knowing how to start feeding. Like, what did y'all do when y'all was at clinical?
Or don't even know. And I promise I'm not being funny. No shade to nobody. You barely speak English and you telling me you have a bachelor's degree in nursing?
Exactly.
No, I'm gonna mess you up with this one. Skilled nursing. This is skilled nursing place I'm at, right? So this lady keep asking me 1,000,001 questions and I'm getting irritated now because, bitch, I got shit to do. I'm looking at her badge. Rashonda, when I tell you, it said her name and it said RN MSN. Why are you here? Explain to me why you're at a skilled nursing facility with a master's degree. Somebody lying. The lady's English was very broken. She didn't know what folic acid was. Like you know,
don't be knowing nothing.
And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
I didn't have RNs come in, and I'll go back to the DSD and the DON and be like, are y'all serious?
Right.
Like, y'all want me to train this person? Y'all want me to train this person? Are y'all serious? Like, are y'all doing skill checks like this? They're going to unalive somebody. Like, and I'm about to be a part of this because y'all don't pay me enough to do this. They should have learned this while they was in school. Like,
basic nursing. Basic nursing. These hoes don't even know how to take a manual blood pressure. Do you know these electric cuffs are not?
So don't.
You telling me everybody's 120 over 80 not possible because he did, so it didn't happen. Like come on, man. Girl, listen.
It's hard out there for us. Man, look, I have seen some shit. Even had nurses ask me questions about blood pressures, medicines, and assessing their patients. Ma'am, y'all gonna kill someone. Exactly. Dead. But y'all, and they come in getting paid more than us, but y'all want us to train them though.
I don't orient. I get a whole attitude. No.
And see, you know what? I love it. Like if they come in, I'll do it. But when they come in and being dummies like that, I'll be like, nope.
Why would you have me orient as an LVN? Why would you have me orient to RN? There's nothing that I could teach her.
Girl, because you already know we talked about that. Not
that's I mean, what do you want me to do? I can't, state of California says I can hang saline, yeah.
Right.
Start IV, yeah. But this antibiotic, since you're on your own with that, what you want me to do? I mean, I know what to do, but legally I can't do it. You know what I mean? Child.
Girl, I had RNs trying to crush morphine pills and all kind of stuff.
I know you lying to me.
And put it in G-tubes. Girl, I'm not lying. I remember
when it say do not crush on the package.
Girl, when I seen her do it, I had walked away for something. And I came back. I was like, please don't tell me. Are you serious right now? And she was like, what? I said, just go to the break room. Just go to the break room. And she was like, what?
I love it.
Please just go to the break room. Like, because right now, I literally can't believe my eyes right now. Like, am I in the twilight zone? I know it's 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, but come on now.
No, let me bust you up with this one. Now explain this to me. You worked in skill just like I have. Everybody, you should know as a nurse, if you're giving fast-acting insulin, you need to have some food nearby. Now, I've been in places they will schedule a finger stick and insulin at say 5:45 in the morning. Why? When breakfast doesn't come till 7:30. Exactly. Unless you got an abundance of food somewhere for these 35 diabetics, I gotta check.
And
I'm not giving no insulin, and I'm not checking the sugar. No, I never. They want to.
I'll check their sugar, and I'll tell the nurse in the morning, here go all their blood sugars, and then you can give them their insulin because this food is about to come out on y'all shift.
Yeah, but some don't want to take your sugar. Okay, then you recheck it because it doesn't make sense. I said any common sense will fucking tell you. Okay, you got a sliding scale. That means they need the sugar to come down, right? So you telling me at 5:45 you took this blood sugar. Let's say it was 180. Let's just say the patient needs 3 units. You're telling me you're going to give this insulin and nothing to eat? You must plan on doing CPR all day long. I don't understand.
All day long. We have to fight for any respect. I was in the department director in a hospital and stayed fighting for my respect while not offering them my blackness. No crushing pills. OMG. Yes. OMG. I'm not a nurse and I know that stuff is wrong. So we're just letting y'all know what goes on, what has went on in our nursing world and how we deal with things, how you depress from everything. Like I said, I'm a firm believer of taking months off.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer in that. If you burnt out, tell them that. And if they can't give you time off, then you need to go to the doctor and make them take it off.
Make it happen.
Because my thing is, if you're burnt out and you mess up and give somebody the wrong medication or do something, you're going to get the time off you want anyways because they're going to fire you. So you need to take your time off anyways. If you burnt out and just too over the top, just take the time off because best believe they're going to replace you if you did something wrong. They don't care about you. They don't care about you. You have to care about yourself first now. And that's not even just in nursing, it's all these jobs, but I'm just saying nursing because that's what we're in. If you feeling like that and overworked and everything, take your time off, take your PTO, take your sick time, go to the doctor and tell them it's mental health and you need time off because you about to go crazy. They'll give you your time off and they can't fire you for that.
Right. And even if you ain't got the PTO, take time off anyway. So what? You know what I mean? I mean, for real.
Like I said, because if you mess up, they gonna fire you. So it don't matter.
They're gonna put your ass right up out of there.
Yeah, they'll replace you that same day. with the quickness. I take my hat off to nurses and CNAs. Y'all the real MVPs.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. All the nurses is real MVPs. Like,
yeah, you got to be a team, man. You have to. If you don't have a good, you're as strong as your team. If you
are
got any weak links, it will show.
Sure will.
I worked a night shift at my current job. For the most part, we have a very strong team. We look out for each other. Hey, man, look, I need to go get some air. Don't trip. I got you.
Right.
What you need? You need coffee? Did you bring food? Like, you remember how Bernetta used to always make sure we had something. I promise you, every pound I gained when we was up there, I'm thankful for, because Bernetta made sure we was all right. You know what I'm saying?
That's just like when I was pregnant. I said, "Oh, me and Mira was eating. We ate good,
real good, real good." I hope she see this, because I miss her.
I do. We was a good team, y'all.
So much.
Y'all.
Like, but that was a good team. Hey, V, I need a day off. All right, I got you. You work for me this day. Like, that's how it should be. Because the powers that be don't really give a fuck as long as the spot is filled.
Yep.
And it's just, I first, let me just say this if I didn't say it earlier. Thank you for allowing me to come on here and just talk about it with somebody with a like mind. Because a lot of times, I'm talking to somebody that's not in the field, and they be like, "Is this bitch crazy?" My mom's like, Do you need to go to the hospital? Are you all right? You're not gonna do nothing to yourself, are you? Are you okay? I'm like, girl, I'm telling you, this shit really happens. My mom could not believe. She said, they let the people jump on you. I said, they be wanting to jump on us, and I'm not having it.
Bro, my best friends were here. They'll call me and I'll be telling them all the stories. They always was like, you need to get out of the sniffs. Like, this is crazy. They would be like, you need to get out of that, because they would hear the story. Like, this is crazy.
Man, God, I needed this. You never know when the blessing is coming. I needed this. Like, it's one thing when you talk to people that's right next to you. You down south, I'm up here, but the fact that we can really have this conversation in front of people and people understand, that is a blessing for me. I'm telling you, I've had to hold on to so much stuff just to, try to be okay mentally. I know I got to go to this punk ass job. I know I got to finish school. Like, just a lot of different things. And this is like a breath of fresh air for me to be able to unleash and not just ramble. Like, it makes sense and somebody understands where I'm coming from. That's a blessing.
Yeah. Whenever you want to come on here, you can. That's why when you said that,
honey.
I was like, oh, yes, for sure.
I be watching. I said, oh, they crazy. Oh, I love it. You got a segment on drug diversion. It was like a big story. I can't remember where the lady was from. She's like from Boston or something. Like, there was a big drug diversion story. It was a really good segment that you did. And I was like, you wouldn't believe how crazy that shit really is. And they be thinking they so slick. You're not, man. You're not.
She said, you got to let it out. Yeah, that's what I'm like. That's
you
what
have
I'm doing. When I told you earlier, I was like, me coming on here and doing my podcast, it helps me release a lot of things, because I just like talking. But I like to let other people come on here and tell their stories and everything too. Like,
you blessing people with this. This is really a good platform. Like we had talked about earlier, like, a lot of people have podcasts for different reasons. I haven't seen many that, by people who are in the healthcare industry. You may really be on to something here. I mean, keep growing it. Make your brand everything. I think it will blow up beyond anything you could ever think of. That's what I'm putting in the universe for you. Like, this is necessary. It's not, they cut TikTok off, so we got to do something.
Right.
They're getting rid of the TikTok, so we got to, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all gotta come on.
Please keep it going. Don't give up. Just keep it going. And this could be motivation for somebody else. Like, this stuff needs to be talked about. A lot of things, like, we know that racism is a thing, but racism on jobs is a real big thing. And people don't think so. Well, you got the job, so they can't be racist. Honey, they need a body. They concerned about what the body look like. They just need it for they got to fill quotas. You know what I'm saying? I say stuff like that. Like, we have like, what do you call that? Like group chats and stuff. They be like, you can't say that. Oh, I can't. Okay, well, guess what? I'm going to just remove myself. I don't want to hear about shit. Don't tell me nothing since I can't. Let's talk about what's real here. You know what I mean? So again, this is a beautiful platform for that. I think you onto something here. Please keep it going. I will stay tuned in.
So much. And you can always come back whenever you want
look,
to.
I'm gonna take a nap. Look, I'm gonna take a nap first because look, I ain't slept in 3 years. Okay.
Yeah, and tell us what's going on in the RN world. What's different from being an LVN to an RN?
Yeah, I'm praying that I can change the game for somebody. I ultimately, want to
because
get my nurse practitioner.
You will because you're in it for the right reasons. You will.
It's time, and these I had a Black nurse practitioner, like she worked with my primary care doctor when I was growing up. And I mean, this lady was so flawless, very smart. She just, she was caring, and she's what got me into nursing. She was like, do it. You should do it. And back then they had like lotteries. You couldn't just get into an RN program. So that's
that's all it was when we first got into the LVN. It was lotteries. The RN
I'm talking about the lady was flawless. I'm talking about she ate right. She was like in her 50s. Her skin was beautiful and she was smart. And she'd tell you the real, hey, back up from the table. You eating too much. Do this, do that. And she would like give me jewels. She really did. And I want to be able to do that for somebody.
You will.
That's my goal. That's my goal. Before I leave this earth, that's what I want to do for somebody. And my best
friend said we need more like you.
Well, look, hey, laundry girl. Yes, we do. Look, my head is wide on the side. Something got to come from this, okay? So, something got to come from it. I'm praying that just change the narrative somewhere. I know I can't change the world, but if you could change the narrative somewhere, I did my job.
No, you will. And then you just getting into it now. So now you can bring other people with you, under you, that can help Black people with mental health and everything that we need in the nursing field. Because like you said, it's higher up now. So now you could bring people under you. You can start your own business.
Yeah. And that's a clinic or something. I got some ideas in mind. I'm just all over the place currently because I just got that up off of me, right? So I just feel like I can breathe a little bit. But it's whatever time I got left, I know God He's going to put me in a place where people will remember who I am and what I did to help other people. That's really ultimately what it's about. All I've ever wanted to do. We can't help these entitled people. They don't really want help. People that really want help, those are the people I want to deal with.
Yeah, that's how it is. But like we said earlier, when I met you, I felt the same way you felt about me. I was like, okay, I like her. Like, we was on the same page.
We wasn't just nobody that looked like me at first. I said, oh hell no, where am I at? What the shit? I was like,
no, when I got there, I was feeling the same way. I'm like, oh, where did I come? This is 13 hours away from my house. And I didn't see nobody that looked like me. And then when I got in there, I was like, okay, it's a few of us, but
we don't know. They might be the help. We don't know. Because remember, they had us spread out. Yeah, they did. Like, okay, you go to that facility, you go to this one.
Right.
And I was like, oh, hell no. Because they had me at the one way, way out. Girl, they had bears and shit and tigers. I said, what the fuck?
And we went through a lot up there because they wasn't used to seeing our skin color. They wasn't, like we said, they treated us the worst. It was the patients that treated us the worst because they wasn't used to seeing our skin color and us being charge nurses. They was used to seeing
was
them.
Wild with that shit.
That was so crazy to me. I had to ask one of the patients, like, are all the nurses where you from like this? And I was like, after a while, I was like, where do you think that I'm from? Like, I literally didn't know where they thought I was from.
What are you talking about?
From Africa. And I was like, I'm not from Africa.
Like
what the hell?
I mean, I'm sure somewhere down the line, the lineage, maybe. Right. But no, I was born here. Thanks.
I was like, I was born here just like you. I mean, one patient, I told him, I said, I'm European just like you. I just got a real dark skin.
Yeah.
I have real dark skin. And they was like, you do? I said, yeah. Come on, quit playing with me. But I want to thank you so much for coming on here. And like I said, when once you get in there and doing everything, you can always come back whenever.
I promise you I will. I want to drop the jewels and give some insight, girl, because look,
She
I'm
said we all look
different.
the same. We do all look the same.
Oh yeah, we definitely all look the same. And we're
Don't
all
let
from
us have our weaves in our hair. I remember I had my weave. Girl, how did you get your hair that long? I was like, I just put fruits and berries. Like, y'all about to quit playing with us.
Stop playing. Exactly. But well, I had locks, so I definitely was from Africa. I was like, whatever. Do you want the pills or not? What are we doing?
Right. Do you want these pills or not?
This craziness. I appreciate you so much. And thank you to my friends that chimed in.
Yeah.
Chanel, Michelle, Keisha. Like, one thing about my circle, if I say, hey, can you do this? They do it for me, and I love them for that. And they helped me a lot through school too. So I'm thankful for my people. I am.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you. That's why I was like, you did that fast. Like, dang, you did that. We need more people out there. Let us know when you get your business started.
Yes, ma'am. I got you covered.
Oh no. So everybody that's on here right now, remember to like, share, and subscribe. And if you guys ever have anything that you guys want to talk about, Michelle said we love you too. Make sure you could DM me or anything. This was something that I always want to talk about. I do always want to talk about nursing things, but a lot of my friends work different shifts. So it's like I would have to pre-record and do all that. So I'm happy that she was able to do something live with me. So
absolutely.
Let me know whenever you want to come back, and let me know what you guys want to talk about next week and all that, everything that's going on in the world. And we will see you. What is next Wednesday? Next Wednesday.
20th? No,
whatever
20th.
It is. Yeah, we'll see you next week. So have a good night.
Exclusive.
Bye.
Bitch, I'm from Pomona.
Thank you, Alondra.
Bitch, I'm from Pomona.